Good morning all of you. Today we are moving to study about the function of a flower. Can you list out any 5 different functions of a flower? Okay, we can move to the function of a flower. The main function of a flower is to produce seed and fruit for reproduction. For the formation of seed, as the first step, pollen grains from anther need to be transferred to the stigma of the pistil. The main function of flower is to produce seed and fruit for the reproductive purpose. The process of transfer of pollen grains to the stigma is known as pollination. Then what do you mean by pollination? The process of transfer of pollen grains to the stigma is known as pollination. Then in pollination is the process of transfer of pollen grains produced inside the anther to the stigma of the same or another flower. It is of two kind. Then pollination are of two types. One is self-pollination and another one is cross-pollination. Then pollination are of two types, self-pollination and cross-pollination. Then we can discuss about self-pollination. Here we can see the diagrams of pollination of flower. The same flower that is called as self-pollination and one flower to another flower that is called cross-pollination. Let's discuss about self-pollination. The transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of the same flower or another flower on the same plant is known as self-pollination. That is called as self-pollination. And the transfer of pollen grains from the anther of one flower to the stigma of another flower on different plant of the same kind is known as cross-pollination. Then pollination are of two kinds. One is self-pollination, another one is cross-pollination. Then what are the agents of pollination? Several factors such as insect, wind, water, animals that helping transferring the pollen grains from anther of one flower to the stigma of another flower. These things are called agents of pollination. The things that help in pollination, that is called the agents of pollination. Okay, here we can see different agents: insect, wind, water, animals. These are the agents of pollination. Then first moving to insect pollination or entomophily. Then pollination by insect, that is called the insect pollination. Then examples of insect pollinated flower, that is rose, marigold, mustard, potato, onion and dahlia. These are the examples of insect pollination. We know that butterflies, bees, beetles, then insect fly towards the flowers to collect the nectar. When they suck to their body parts, when this insect move to the another part, another flower, then the pollen grain is transferred to the stigma of the flower and fertilization takes place. Like that pollination, that is called insect pollination or entomophily. Then what are the characteristic features of insect pollination? The main characters are these flowers have attractive and brightly colored petals. That the flowers are brightly colored for attracting insect. Then these flowers produce nectar, which is the food for insect. The flower produce nectar. Then the pollen grains are sticky so that they are able to stick to the body part of insect. Then most of the flowers are sweet smelling or have a fragrance. Then these are the characteristic features of insect pollinating plants. And here you can see the diagram of insect pollination. This is the diagram of insect pollination. And let's move to wind pollination or anemophily. Then insect pollination we call it as entomophily, and the wind pollination that is called anemophily. Then we know flowers that are pollinated by wind, that is called wind pollination. Examples are maize, sugarcane, rice, wheat and grass. These are the examples of wind pollination or anemophily. Then the flowers pollinated by wind show the different characteristic features. We can move to the characteristic features. These are the characters. First one, that is the flowers are not brightly colored nor do they produce nectar. Then they also do not have any fragrance. Then the pollen grains are very light so that they are easily carried by the wind. Then pollen grains are usually produced in large numbers, and these are the features of wind pollination or anemophily. Then here you can see the examples of wind pollination. And moving to the next, water pollination or hydrophily. The plants that grow in water, including water weeds and pond weeds, are usually pollinated by water. The plants that are pollinated by water, that is called water pollination or hydrophily. Examples of flowers pollinated by water, that is Vallisneria and Hydrilla, are the examples of. Then what are the characteristic features of water pollinating plants? The flowers are small and inconspicuous. Then pollen grains are very light so that they are able to float in water. The pollen grains are coated with a waxy covering to prevent any damage due to water. Usually a large number of pollen grains are produced so as to increase the chance of pollination. And here example of pollination in Vallisneria. This is the example of pollination, water pollination. And moving to the next, pollination by animals or zoophily. Then some animal also act as agents of pollination. Then the flowers that are pollinated by animal, that is called pollination by animal or zoophily. Then here they are usually large and bright and grow on tall trees. These are the different agents of pollination, and we study about the function of a flower. Then we now study about pollination. Pollination is the process of transfer of pollen grains produced inside the anther to the stigma of same or another flower, that is called pollination. Pollination are of two types: self-pollination and cross-pollination. The agents that help in pollination, that is called agents of pollination. Different agents are there: insect, wind pollination, water pollination and animal. These are the different agents, and the characteristic features of each pollination also we learn. Then here, this is the pollination by animal, humming bird. Thank you.